I've been lucky enough to do a lot of traveling over the last 10 or so years, including a couple of safaris in South Africa, Tanzania, Kenya. Whenever I travel, I always make it a point to check out the nature reserves and see what kind of wildlife shots I get. I'm sure you've seen a lot of the shots that I do on j.alexander.clark on Instagram. Those are mainly what I focus on in the wildlife space. But a pro tip is not everyone can get the time off or get the time to go to exotic places to shoot. So what I do instead is I make it a point at least once a year to come to my local zoo. So right now I'm in the Bronx Zoo, and I brought my gear as though I was going on a safari. For some of the B-roll stuff that you'll see me shooting later, I brought the 50mm, of course, with the neutral density filter, and that's the 1.2. And then the main thing I'm shooting with is the 5 DSR and the 70-200 USM2. Sometimes the animals are a little bit skittish, sometimes the animals are pretty far away, so I put the 2x extender on the 70-200 to get a little close. One of the great things about a zoo is the animals are on display in a way that you don't always get lucky enough to see in a safari. I remember in Africa, we were there for 11 days and got lucky to see the leopard on the very last day. In Africa, the big five are the Cape buffalo, lion, leopard, elephant, and what's the last one? And hippo. So you don't always get to see them all, but when you come to a place like the zoo, they're on display. You can test out your photo skills. You can see, do I want to use AI servo focus? Do I want to use single shot focus? Do I want to fire at a rapid rate to see if I can get the best shots? You get to see which lenses work best for which situations. Right now, I'm shooting everything on manual, but maybe you want to focus on aperture or shutter priority and leave some of the work to the camera. So when you actually do make it out on your safari, you already know what you're going to be doing. So hopefully today we're going to see butterfly, giraffe, zebra, depending on how fancy you are, lions, gorillas, rhinos, tigers, bears, and all kinds of different reptiles. So come with us.